so in today's lecture we will see prepositional logic. Okay, in the previous lectures we have studied about what is sets, definition of sets, right? Then we have seen the operations on sets, different sets of operations we have seen. Now we will see preposition logic. The first you need to understand the meaning of preposition. What is the meaning of preposition? So what are prepositions? So your prepositions are nothing but a statement. Whatever statements you read, okay, the sentences, they are called as prepositions. Now that sentences will have some value. So prepositions are nothing but some sentence, okay, which will tell you whether it is true or false. Whether it is true or false. So whenever any statement is read or any sentence you are reading, so what you can predict from that statement or what you can tell by reading that statement, like whether that statement is true or false, means whether it is correct or wrong. So it will have only these two values we got. So only two values are possible, or both at a time are not possible. Understood? That means a statement cannot be true and it cannot be false at the same time. Is that clear? So it can be true or it can be false. So such statements are called as prepositions. Is that clear? Okay, now we will see some examples of prepositional statements. Okay, now suppose if I am writing like this, Delhi is capital of India. So by reading this statement, what you will say? Delhi is capital of India. You say correct or yes or true, right? So Delhi is capital of India. It is true. So you only one value can be predicted, either true or false for a given statement. Is that clear? Now, if I write like sky is blue. Sky is blue. So this is what you say. No, correct. Sky is blue. True, right? Then if I write some mathematical expression, 1 plus 1 is 0. Is it correct? Yes. So you say it is true. 1 plus 1 is 2. So it is true. So such type of statements where you can predict the value either true or it may be false also. Understood? So that is called as prepositions, preposition statements. Is that clear? Okay. Then which type of statements are not prepositions? Okay. Which type of statements are not prepositions? So I will write here. Not preposition statements. So non-preposition statements are what? So statements like where you cannot tell the value whether that statement is true or false. Understood? Where you cannot say whether that statement is true or false. Then such statements are called as non-prepositions. Like for example, see, if I am writing now I am saying submit your assignments. So when this statement is read, submit your assignments, can you say true or can you say false? No, why? Because this statement, this type of statement, it is a command type statement. It is a command given to you, an order, like submit your assignments. That means you have to do some action. Yes or no? You cannot say here true or false. Understood? So such statement it is called as non-prepositional statement, where you cannot tell whether it is true or false. Is that clear? Now another example, see for example, so if I say close the door, again here you cannot say true or false because this is an order given to you. You have to do the action. You have to perform action. Close the door. So that is why here you cannot tell whether the statement is true or false. Is that clear? Then another expression now. Now, is it true or false? Can you tell? You cannot tell. Why you cannot tell? Because you don't know the value of x here. Understood? So in place of x, you don't know what value is there. So how can you tell that this will give you answer as 4? You cannot tell. So you cannot tell that this statement is true or it is false. Is it clear, all of you? Did you get it, the difference in preposition statements and non-preposition statements? Okay, so let me clear you once again. Prepositional statements are those statements where you can predict only true or false values for that. By reading the statement, you can say that whether the statement is true or whether it is false. Understood? And non-preposition statement means where you cannot say that statement is either true or false. Then such statements are called as non-preposition statements. Understood? And the statements with this sort of logic, okay, the statement with this sort of logics are called as prepositional logic. Is it clear? What is prepositional logic? The prepositional logic is nothing but where the statements, where you can predict the statements like whether it is true or whether it is false, then such statements are called as prepositional logic statements. Is it clear to all of you? Okay, so we shall move to the further part now. Yeah, so the next one is what? Logical connectives. Now, logical connectives are there. Now, what about prepositional statements we have seen right now? Okay, so you can have the relation between those prepositional statements. Means you can combine those prepositional statements. So, how will you do that? So, by using this logical connectives. So, using logical connectives, what we do? These are the connectors. They connect the statements, prepositional statements. Understood? So, what sort of logical connectivities are there now? So, we are going to see one by one. So, the first one is called as negation. Okay. So, the first logical connective is negation. Now, what is this negation? Okay. Negation is nothing but what you can say it is opposite of a given statement. Opposite of a given statement. So, now see, suppose if P is preposition. Suppose that there is some P statement is there and that P is a preposition. Then what will be the negation of that? So, this is now P is negation. This is the negation sign. You can see this is the negation sign. Okay, this is the negation sign or like this. That means if I am writing like this or I can write like this also. The negation. Suppose see here P is the preposition. Then I can convert this P to negation. So when converting it to negation, you can either show in this symbol or this symbol. Both are same. So you can say that this is negation P or you can say not P. Okay, you can also form it as not P. So this is not P or negation P, you can say. Did you get it, everyone? What is negation? Okay, so it is nothing but opposite of the given statement. Right? Now we will see one example. Now suppose I am writing P, some statement I am writing. Right? Today is raining. Today is raining is my preposition. Now I want to convert this preposition to negation. Now how you will convert this to negation? So I want to say just opposite of it. So what I will do? The negation I am going to show it by like this. So what will be my not P? So I just have had the negative words. So today is not raining. So adding not, never. So this negative words when you add the statement becomes negation. That becomes opposite. So today's raining is the preposition, given preposition, and that are converting it into negation. So what is this? Not P is telling that today is not raining. Is that clear? So just make it opposite of this given statement. Like today is Monday. So what you will change it to? Today is not Monday. So just add not and make it opposite. Is that clear? Okay. Now we have some, as I told you, prepositional statements are having true or false values. Yes or no? True or false. That is called as, so that you can represent it for each and every logical connectives, the truth values. We call it as the truth values. Okay, truth values. So that is shown by truth table. Truth tables. So we are going to see the truth table. So in truth table, it is shown like this for negation. In case of negation, okay. So here P is there. So P is having values true and false. So what will negation P will have then? Negation P will have exactly opposite of it. That is negation P. If P is true, then this will be false. Okay. So this is our table you can consider. Okay. So P is having true. So when P is true, negation P will be false. If P is false, then negation P will be true. This is the truth table. We call it as the truth table. Understood? That is, when P is true, negation P is false. When P is false, the negation P will be true. Exactly opposite, both the cases. Is that clear, all of you? Okay? Understood what is negation? Right? It is just opposite of a given statement. If the value is true, then we are saying that it is not true. And if it is not true, then we are saying it is true. That means, say suppose, if the preposition is only given like this, like if the preposition is given as today is raining, got it? Then what not P will be? Not P will be today is raining. Opposite, just opposite of that. Got it? That means the first one is F, the second one will be true. If P is false, then not P will be true. Yes or no? So this is how you can convert the prepositional statements. Is it clear, all of you? Okay. So this is the first type of logical connectivity, that is negation. Right? Then we will see the second logical connectivity. Conjunction. So what is conjunction? So conjunction is nothing but connecting the two prepositions together. Okay, so you have to connect the two given statements together. So how we are going to connect them? So here is the symbol used for conjunction, that is AND operator. This is AND operator. Understood? So how we are going to use it? Suppose see, now I told you that two statements you want to combine. There may be more than two also. Got it? But two or more than two are required. So here you can use, suppose P and Q are the two statements. Okay, P and Q are two statements. So symbolically, how we are going to show the conjunction between P and Q? So it is shown by P and Q. So it is read as P and Q. Got it? So this is how we are going to connect. Right? So if we are going to see one example, say suppose the P preposition is today is Monday and Q will be today is rainy. So if these are the two prepositions given to us, P is what? Today is Monday and Q is what? Today is rainy. These are the two prepositions. Now by using conjunction, you have to combine these two statements by using the AND operator. Got it? So how you will write it? So I will get P and Q. So what is this? P and Q. So what I will write here? Today. See, first P is there, na? So first P statement only you should write. First P statement only you write. So today is Monday. Now you have to use. Now after P what is there? And is there. So use and. So there I will write here and. You write the and. Got it? And you write the Q. What is Q? Today is raining. So just add this statement. Today is raining. Got this everybody? What we have done? We have just joined the two statements by using the AND operator here, AND word here. So this is the statement we have combined and this is the symbolic form which we have combined. Is that clear all of you? So now we will see the truth table for this conjunction. Okay? So see. Now, here one thing you need to understand, like how many true and false values are going to use for each and every preposition. Understood? So it depends on how many prepositions you have, how many prepositional statements you have in your question. Now, as in the negation, for a negation, we had only P. So P is only one preposition. That means how many truth values you will generate? That is 2 raised to 1. It should be 2 raised to P, 2 raised to the prepositions. How many prepositions are there? What if one preposition is there? Then 2 raised to 1 will give you 2. So that means you will have 2 values, means only true and false. 2 values are here. Okay? But if P is 2, if P is 2 prepositions, means what? If you have 2 prepositions in your question, 2 prepositions are there. P is there, Q is there. That means 2 prepositions are there. So how many truth values you will get here? 2 raised to 2 is 4. Got it? So you will have 4 values in the table. Understood how to decide? If you are having 2 values, 2 statements, then 4 values. That is 2 raised to 2 raised to P. So what I will write here now? First write true, then write false. This is how you have to write. First write true, false. Then for Q you will write first true, false. So this is how you have to add it in the table. Is that clear? Now you have to build for P and Q. What you have to write in P and Q? That is C. What this conjunction tells that if the values, if the values for P and Q are same, right? If the values for P and Q are same, like if true and true both are same, then you will get true. Got it? Here also see false. Means for P is also false, Q is also false. So when P and Q both are having same values, then you will get true only. Understood? So you will get false only. Okay. So you get the same value. If it is true, 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 false, false, false. Otherwise, it will be false. Otherwise, it will be false. Like true, true, true. True, false, false only it will be. And false, true, false only. That means if the value of P is true and if the value of Q is false, then the answer will be false only. Understood? So this is what the table is. So this table values you have to keep it in mind because this will help us for further problems to be solving. So you need to know all the values of conjunction, negation, or further whatever logical connectives we will see. Is that clear, all of you? So this is the table for conjunction. Understood? Okay. So I hope you are all taking down the things, right? So the next is what? Disjunction. Okay, disjunction logical connective. Now what is this disjunction? So disjunction is nothing but shown by this B sign, that is OR. We call it as OR. Is that clear? So it is written as, we call it as OR. So if P and Q both are the prepositions, then the disjunction is shown like this, P or Q. P or Q. Got it? Now suppose we will see the example now. Suppose say so here are the two prepositions given to you. I will watch movie. I will go to bed. Okay. So such statements if you want to combine. So what will happen here? P or Q. So first write P. What is P? I will watch movie. Now here is or sign. So you write here or I will go to. It is like any one thing is possible. Understood? Either you will go to bed, that is you will sleep, or either you will watch movie. Both at a time you cannot do. Like watching movie and sleeping, so we cannot do both the things at a time. So that is why any one thing is possible. So in such cases, you can add or. Either you will watch movie or you will go to sleep. Is that clear? Then what will be the truth table for the disjunction? See, everything will be same, right? So only what will change is here, P or Q. So you need to write what is P or Q. So when it is or, true or true will give you true. Got it? So in or what will happen? What is true, that will be accepted. That means if it is true or false, then true only will get. If it is false or true, then you get true only. But when it is false, false, you will get false. That means if both the statements are false, then you will get false only. But if one is true, one is false, then you are getting true only. So this is what you should remember. So you can see this is exactly opposite to conjunction. In conjunction, you got one value as true and all are false. And here one is false and all are true. Is it clear, all of you? I think here it is clear up to here, all of you. Yes, students? Anyone reply, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now exclusive OR. What is this exclusive OR? So this is given by plus and a circle. So suppose if P and Q are the two prepositions are there. Okay, then how you are going to write this? P exclusive OR Q. Got it? So again the same thing here, exclusive OR. Means what? See, in the truth table, I will show you how you are going to write this. If it is C, in exclusive OR, what will happen? If it is true, then you will get false. Then here is true and here is false. Okay? So if both the values are same, then you will get false only. Otherwise, you are getting true. That is exclusive OR. Is that clear? Okay? If P is also true and Q is also true, then you are getting false. Okay? And if one is true and one is false, you are getting it true. So this is nothing but exclusive OR. Okay? Then we will see conditional statements. If P and Q both are the prepositions, then conditional statement is given as P condition Q. Okay? So this is the conditional statement. P condition Q. Means what? If P, then Q. How this is read? If P, then Q. That means if P is true, then Q is true. Understood? Like this it is. If P, then Q. So this is called as conditional statements. Right? So what will be the change in the truth tables? P condition true. Okay? So if true, 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 false, 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 true, true, and false, false, true. Okay? So this is what the table for condition. Okay? If P, then Q, na? So then Q. Whatever Q is there, whatever Q, then Q is there, that answer will come there. But if both the values are false, then only true will come. Otherwise, whatever Q is there, that is only the output here for conditional statement. Is that clear? So these things you have to remember. The truth tables you have to remember for each and every logical connectivities. That's true. Like what can be the statements like P condition Q? Suppose if P is say like suppose today is rainy and Q will be I will get umbrella. So how can I join these two statements? If you have to add if at the starting. If today is rainy, then I will get umbrella. I will add if today is rainy, then I will get umbrella. Got it? So this statement will give you P condition Q. Is it clear all of you? Conditional statement, if, then. Okay, so that is the truth table for conditional prepositions. Right? The next you have a biconditional statement. The biconditional statement is given by like this. Two-sided arrows. Two-sided arrows is nothing but biconditional. Understood? So it can be shown like this or it can be shown like this also. Anyways, anyway you can show the biconditional sign. Understood? So what it is called as if P then Q and if Q then Q. So vice versa it is checking. If P then Q, if Q then P. Got it? So both the ways arrows it is Going from here to here, again it is coming from here to here back. So what will be the truth table for such biconditional statement? So what will be the truth table for biconditional? True, false, false. Got it? That means if both the values are same, then the output you are getting true only. That means if it is true, 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 false, false also true. But if it is true, false or false, true, then you are getting false. Okay, so this is both the truth table for biconditional. Got it? So all these connectives you study very, very properly. I hope you have taken down all the things properly. So because in the next coming lecture we will be solving problems based on these logical connectives. Okay, that and these truth tables you need to know what is the truth table, what are the values for each and every truth tables. Is that clear? Got it? So this will be helpful for you to solve the problems which will be having further. Is that clear? Okay. So this is the end of this today's lecture. Okay. Thank you very much.